Munchie. And this is Tin Sandwich Hobo Munchie. And today, I've been doing something that I was starting yesterday. I was doing something that I've never done before. And I want to make a video about it. It's about working on harmonicas. And it's about cheap harmonicas and the real value of them, you know? I made a video before about how I believe that, you know, if you don't know if you want to get into playing harmonica, you start out with a cheap harmonica, you know? I made another video, but you know, the main reason was, man, once you buy a harmonica, you can't return it, right? So you're out of the money as soon as you walk out of the store with it, right? So that was my main reason. You know, and you don't know if you're gonna be into it, you know? Like, if you spend I mean, you can spend up to like $200-300 on it. Like, if you decide to want to be like chromatic, you know, or you can start out with a harmonica that's like anywhere from like $70 to $100 if you want a high end diatonic. And if you, that's a lot of money if you don't plan on playing it, you know, if you don't pick it up constantly. And so my whole thing is get a cheap harmonica, you know, and see if you want to get into it, and then you can start getting into more quality harmonicas. You know, that's my basic theory, right? But then what happens, like when you start getting good harmonicas, you know, and they start breaking, they start sounding weird, you know, that's not the time that you should say, hey, I should learn how to fix my harmonicas, you know? That's not the time, man. When you're in the need and that's the harmonica that you're using, whether you're playing with other people, jamming with somebody, you know, if you're just, or even if you're practicing by yourself, you know, because that's like if you only have one or two harmonicas and they're expensive, you know, and one of them breaks down and you to practice. I mean, you gotta practice all the time to get good anyway. So you always gotta be playing your harmonica no matter what, if you're getting serious about it. So if one breaks down and something that you need, you know, and you don't know how to fix it, it might take you a day or two or whatever, you know, and that's a day or two you're not practicing, right? So that's not the time to start learning how to fix your harmonicas, you know, because you gotta watch videos, you gotta do this and that. Nah, man. That is what the real beauty of these cheap harmonicas is, you know? And another thing, not only cheap harmonicas, another good type of harmonica is a free harmonica, you know? And when I was playing in church, right, a lot of people came up to me and gave me a free harmonica, you know? I got this Pocket Pal, which I really like. It's really cool. You know, I like that one. It's not the best quality, but it's a rad harmonica. You know, it's somebody that I care about gave it to me. You know, so it's rad. Another one was this beat up what's on it? This beat up marine band, right? From what I understand, this is a brand new marine band that I bought, and it looks like this in the back. And I guess the older models have the black paint on it and don't have Honer. And I don't know what other differences. I didn't really look at them close, you know. But there are differences about them, and so you know I'm really stoked to get this. But this harmonica, the one draw was messed up, you know, and so I like the ring band, you know, so I didn't want to mess it up, you know. So I got this harmonica. And there's nothing really wrong with my Pocket Pal or my Fender Blues. There's nothing wrong with those, you know. So I didn't want to start messing with those yet. When they get something messed up with them, I will fix them, of course, you know. But I got this little thing, which I thought was a tremolo, you know. I got a couple bucks at the swap meet, and I thought it was a tremolo. And when I played it, I'm like, whoa, none of these reeds are working, you know. So this is messed up, you know. So I thought this was a prime harmonica to start working on and learn, you know. And a couple reeds in here just sounded funky, you know, funky. And so yeah, I definitely needed to work on it. when I broke this thing about, and um uh this has 32 holes, so it should have at least 32 reeds in it, right? But it has 16 as how like um not every hole has a reed, which is kind of weird, that's the whole purpose of a tremolo, and yeah, so that's weird. It don't even I don't. It doesn't even sound like a tremolo. It only just when you play the four holes like you're supposed to, um, it just plays one hole. Um, that's weird. So, but this was the first harmonica that I took apart. First harmonica ever I took apart. It's totally worthless. I mean, it don't sound good. It's not what it appears to be. But I was able to get in there with some tools, monkey around with the reeds, learn some things. I learned some basic things about this, and I felt good about. And I kind of like learned that like automatically sound that like if the reeds sound weird, that they're totally messed up, or like they had to be out of tune or something, But no, I think so far my theory is that when they sound kind of funky, they just need to be adjusted. And I adjusted the funky ones in here, and they sound. I didn't really like. Obviously, this thing is out of tune, and I'm not gonna like monkey with that right now because I don't care about this thing. I don't. But I was poking around with the reeds and adjusting them and straightening them with the reed wrench and stuff. So and one of the things I learned is like how much pressure you can, like how much like I'm a trial by error guy, so I knew that the first couple of times I was gonna mess with the harmonicas, I was gonna break them. That's the real value of the cheap harmonicas, because you're gonna break them. But I learned how much pressure you could put on these reeds, and they're not as fragile as I thought. So I did learn a lot. And then I was gonna mess around with the pocket pal next, but there's nothing really wrong with it. So and I like this thing. So I don't like. I guess I could later learn once I get more skills with working on them. I can um uh do different things and try different things. Like maybe put valves on it or whatever. And as my skill with working on goes and things that I want to do. I can just practice and practice. And that's the beauty of these things, because like I said earlier, I'm a trial error guy. So like eventually it's gonna get to a point where I don't have the skill to do something, and I'm like want to try to do something that you just never done before, and I might mess it up. That is why the cheap harmonicas are so important. If you start out, you get the cheap harmonicas. But like the $10, $15 harmonicas, you're not gonna care about once you start like bending notes and doing the rap blues and rock and roll riffs and stuff. You're not gonna care about these things. I do care about the Fender because this is my first one, and now that even though I hate this thing, I care about this because this is my first one I ever worked on. So now they're starting to get like a little sentimental. But my ring band, my C ring band is an older one, so that's kind of cool that I was able to fix it and get it playable. That's probably I don't know. I don't think it needs to be tuned or anything. It doesn't sound too bad, you know. Um, but I don't know. I'm just starting out anyway, so I don't know. But yeah, the real value of starting out, you know, is once you can start with the real cheap harmonicas, and then when you start getting your ring bands and your special 20s and your Lee Oscars and your crossovers, if you go higher, I haven't gone over higher than $50 yet. I'm probably gonna raise that cap, that $50 cap up to 100. I don't know if I'll, but yeah, I think a $50 harmonica is good enough for me. But there is harmonicas that are more expensive that I want, and I do want to get into chromatics as well, and I want to get a real tremolo, you know, just man, whoever made this is like dumb, dude. It's like, what are you thinking? But I don't know. This was probably like a super toy, and what threw me off is it was stamped Japan. So the only thing I didn't think like Japan would like make something like this, you know. I thought, you know, it'd be like China or Pakistan that would like try to pull this stuff, but I thought it was either a Suzuki, you know, because it was stamped Japan, or Tombow. So I thought it, you know, like I didn't play it because I got it to swap meet, and you know with COVID and everything, there's no way I'm not gonna play this thing until I clean it. So I had no idea. I just bought it for a couple of bucks. That's why I only spent a couple of bucks on it. Was I had no clue like what the condition of it is inside, but I wanted to have something to work on, you know. And I did want a tremolo, which I did not get, so that really sucked. But you know, it was worth a couple bucks. It was worth a couple bucks to learn on something that I didn't care about messing up, you know. And so if you hear all these people, you know, they're talking about, oh yeah, you can't bend on this or that, and you go, hey, these cheap harmonicas are more useful than you think, because you don't have to worry about messing up a good harmonica when you start working on it, you know. And you know, Dave Hat Walls is one of the channels that I watch a real lot, you know. There's some professional harmonica players that I started watching out, and I still watch them quite a bit. But Dave Hat Walls are like, dude, he's been in bands. You know, he's done this deal for a long time, you know, and you know, he's the real deal. But he's never been famous or had a lot of money. He does it for the it's like with him, it's like a labor of love, man. It's like, you know, he's the real deal, you know. He doesn't care about, you know, doing. He just wants to do his art, you know, and he ain't trying to like get big and famous and all that stuff. But man, he's a rad harmonica player. He's got a lot of knowledge. And what I like him said is what made me buy tools. He made me buy tools. He didn't twist my arm and tell me to buy tools. But he said, he goes, hey, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna need to fix your own thing. And I was thinking about getting tools for a while, but I'm like, you know, I can just buy more harmonicas, and if one breaks, I can just, you know, get another one, you know, and I don't have to worry about learning how to fix them for a while. But after that video, I just got the tools, and then I got the harmonicas that I can monkey with, and man, now I'm like watching. Now I'm like totally addicted to it, man. So thanks to Dirty for that encouragement into getting into working on them. But now I'm just like really into watching your videos on YouTube about repairing them and stuff, because I want to learn everything there is, you know, and because it's fun, you know, and yeah. So there's that, you know, and I just want to say, man, like everything that you're watching in the news is like just crazy and insane, you know. So my encouragement for y'all is just to show love and respect for each other, you know, show kindness and compassion for one another, and man, I hope all is going well for you. God bless you all, and take care, man. Yeah, Hobo Munchie out. Have a good day.